Hi, have you ever asked yourself, what's the meaning of life? Why am I even here? Yeah, me too. Let's talk about it. Cue the music. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. I'm Christine and this is the Blindpomegranatetarot. And today we are talking about past lives. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you know what's going to happen. So, let me explain. If you are new here, this is Armenian Coffee, and in the bottom are some very finely ground coffee, and I'm going to show you how to use your intuition to read the coffee grounds, just as like my great-grandmother, she's there in the background, showed me how to do it. She used to do it for us when we were kids. I'm sorry if my chair is squeaking. I'm working on that. So, let's talk past lives. Let's talk about why we're here. Let's talk about why we came back. And then let's talk about what our past lives can tell us about our current life. So, why do we come back? There are many different belief systems out there. Some don't believe in past lives and some do. And guess what? They're both right. I'll explain. When we come back into this human experience, right? We are all light-bodied beings living a human experience. When we do, we sign a soul contract. We say, we're going to come back to this life, okay? And we know what we're going to be experiencing and we're willing to do it. And if you've ever said to yourself, why am I here? What is the meaning of life? Why do we come back? If we do come back and we reincarnate again and again, why? Well, because the universe needs us. We are energy. Yes, we can all agree on that. Whether you are spiritual or you are scientific, we can all agree on that. The scientist Carl Sagan said we are all made of star stuff. Yes, we all come from the universe. And to continue it, the universe needs us, our energy, our being, to continue to grow it and keep it thriving. So, keeping that in mind, this is why we come back and why we live these lives. And we choose to do it, and we sign a soul contract to live this exact life that we're living right now. So, how can we learn from our past lives? Well, I'm going to tell you a couple of stories about some past life dreams that I've had. And maybe my experience can help you understand, or even maybe you can relate to it if you've had past life dreams. I'm going to start drinking my coffee, one, because it's late and I'm tired and I still need to be doing this, but we're going to get down to those coffee grinds and we'll talk about that later. So, I'll tell you a couple of experiences that I've had with past life dreams. Now, I did a Coffee Talk Tuesday about dreams a few weeks back, so maybe you want to run over and look at that one. So I won't talk about my first one, but I will talk about the other two. And they are, a past life dream is you seeing another being, another human experience, okay? And you're standing within that dream and you can see this person, and without a doubt, there's no one on earth who can tell you otherwise. That is you. And you know, no one can tell you otherwise. That is you. That is your previous life. There are other ways about going about figuring out what your past lives were, like past life hypnosis. I'm going to put a couple of links down below in the description box if you want to look into that. I really recommend it. I think it's an amazing experience, and I think that you can learn so much about who you are now if you understand who you were then. But let's say, why are we back here again? What is the point? Okay? The idea that we have to come back to work out our karma, right? The experiences of our past lives, so that we can continue to grow and therefore continue to grow the universe. So, keeping that in mind, I'll tell you about one of my past life dreams. I was standing within the dream, as I am now in this human experience, and I was watching a scene of a young girl. She was probably about 19, and I recognized her as being me, and nobody could tell me otherwise. I know it was me. And there was a man quite a bit older than her. I would say he was probably in his 40s, and he was laying in a bed, and he had been injured. And what I knew from this was that he was a pilot, and that he flew sort of like a cargo plane type pilot. And this was somewhere around the 1940s, and it was in Armenia. And he had been injured in a plane crash. And she was his wife. Me, I was his wife. And what I felt from her was this feeling of being trapped, stuck in this life. There were two other people in the room, and I understood them to be his brother and his sister-in-law. And what I was feeling from her was that she was, one, feeling trapped, but two, that she was sort of being now servant to all three of them, which made her more bitter and unhappy and feeling trapped. Now, usually when you have a past life dream, it's the last day of your life is what you're witnessing. And if you have past life regression, it will be the last day of your life. So what I believe happened was a suicide, but it affected, when I had this dream, it then affected me in a way that I thought, that makes so much sense about who I am now. I never married. I've never ever been one of those kids, those girls that was like, when I get married, I'm going to, no, that was never me. I was always going to be independent. I was always going to live my life my way and no one else's. That's just who I was. It was always who I was. Even as a child, that's who I was. And so I was never ever going to be that married and settled down and have kids and a life and all of those, normal things people do. For me, it was always going to be, I'm going to travel the world and I'm going to do it my way. And I did. And after I had that past life dream, I thought, wow, that really explains me now. That really explains why I'm like that. Why I feel this intense need to never, ever be held still by anyone but me. That I was always going to be the one to make my decisions. I was always going to be the one to rule my life. And that's exactly what I did. I don't see getting married and having kids and having that very settled life as a bad thing. I think it's marvelous, and it's, I think it's wonderful that people have that. It was just never going to be me. And after I had that dream, it clicked for me. Oh gosh, that's why. That's why I never wanted that. Because the past me felt trapped. So when I say that understanding and knowing your past lives can help you to understand the life you're living now, but moreover can help you work that karma out, any karma that you may have, good or bad, collected from your past lives, helps you to grow, helps you to heal, right, your past lives, and then helps to grow the universe. And so it is very cyclical. You go back and forth and back and forth. But it is incredibly important. And I think that it is equally as important for you to know who you were so that you can know who you are and that you can heal that wound, your karma. So when I say I strongly recommend to people, and I say this a lot, to get a past life regression. Now, go to a hypnotherapist, somebody who is licensed, of course. A lot of psychiatrists will do it as well. This is where science and a spiritual awakening kind of cross paths in a good way. It's very important, I think, to really fully understand yourself and to be able to answer that question, why are we here? You need to know where you came from. And I think you'd be amazed to find out who you really are. So, I'll tell you about one of my other past life dreams, and it's even further back than that. I was a little girl. I was probably about 5, maybe younger. I was blonde. I was very Dutch looking. I believe that I was somewhere in the Netherlands, but I'm not totally sure. And in this, past life dreams are very, very quick. They may only be like a minute of somebody's life. But there was a family there, but I was not a part of the family. I think that I was like a ward of this family, and they were sitting around the table eating dinner, and I was in a little closet-like area. I think it was even like a pantry or a larder. And I can see myself looking out at the family, eating and enjoying food and acting as a family. But I'm in this little closet area where they're keeping me in there. I'm living. So I think I was some kind of ward to them, maybe even like a servant. But I remember feeling very detached and lonely and on the outside, okay? Like an outsider. And so the part of that life that I associated with this one is that I've never felt, how can I say it? I've never felt connected. Not necessarily with my own family, but just connected all together. Have you ever said, I think I said this at the beginning, but have you ever said, this house feels like home. This is where my home is. Home is where the heart is, You ever had that connection to a place, to a city that you lived in, to a home that you've lived in? This is my home. This feels like home. I have never said those words. I have, the whole of my life, felt disconnected. I have never said, even though I have searched and searched and searched, have never said, this feels like home. I think that even as a child, I thought, why am I here? This doesn't make any sense. I want to go home. That's always how I have felt. I want to go home. This isn't right. So I've searched. I've lived all over the country. I've traveled all over the world, and nothing to me feels like home. Why? Because I think that I always knew that this was just one experience. This was just one lifetime. And it's not necessary to feel that home connected. And when I had that past life dream, I thought, well, gosh, that's where that comes from. That feeling of unconnectedness, of isolation, of not feeling like there's a home. I don't have a home. That doesn't feel like home. This doesn't feel like home. So I think that, I know that your past lives can tell you so much about who you are right now. So if you have ever asked that question, who am I? Why am I here? What is the meaning of life? There is a way to find out. And I truly believe it's through past life experiences. We come back here, we sign our soul contracts, we come back to Earth or light body beings living a human experience. Why? To grow the universe, to heal ourselves, to grow ourselves and in turn grow the universe and the world and everyone around us, and heal not only our karma and our past life karmas, but our ancestors' karmas as well. So I don't think it's any coincidence that in this young 19-year-old girl's life, I was in Armenia and I'm Armenian now. I don't think that there's any coincidence to that. I knew what I was signing up for when I did it. So if you keep that in mind, that you are a light body being living a human experience to grow the universe, okay, it helps to answer the question of why are we here? What is the point? Okay, so like I said, I'm going to put some links down below about some past life information, about hypnosis, about you know, some shows and stuff. Even what is his name? Daniel. I'll put a link to his YouTube channel as well. He's very famous. He is an amazing hypnotherapist. Focuses on past lives, and there you can get a broader understanding of what exactly the whole process of going through a past life hypnosis. I understand the idea, the concept, that can be kind of scary, but it really isn't. It really isn't. If your own mind can do it, in your dreams, you certainly can get a little bit of help. But I would absolutely try and source out in your own area a reputable hypnotherapist. Ask around. Take a good long look. Even ask some psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors, that sort of thing. There are a lot of people who are both scientific minded and spirituality minded, and they combine those two and do this beautiful thing called past life regression. I think it's amazing, and I would suggest giving it a try. I really would. Your past lives are integral to who you are now, and if you understand them and you can see the essence of who you used to be and why you've come back here, then you can start to heal your karma. You can start to heal yourself in this life and understand why you're here to begin with. So I'm going to finish my coffee here. And there we have the coffee grinds. Boy, did I just take a big mouthful of that. Okay, so if you're new here, here's what happens. We take this, we put it on top of the saucer like that. We turn it 3 times clockwise. 1, 2, and 3. Oop, hold still, please. Like that. And I'm just going to set that aside for a second. So we're going to let that sit for just a minute while the coffee grinds settle, and then I will show you how we're going to use our intuition to read the coffee grinds. So I know that now is not the easiest time in the world to get out there and try and find yourself a hypnotherapist, but I really believe, really truly believe, that it can benefit you so much to understand who you are in this life by understanding who you were in your previous life. It is, I think for me, it was such an eye-opening experience. It was such a transformative experience that I speak about it a lot, because I truly believe it can help you. I truly believe it can help you to understand who you are. Now, at the same time, because I've said this before, that I never felt connected to this earth, right? I always felt like, gosh, I need to go home, but where is it? And I understand now, of course. I understand now that we all come from star seeds, yes? And that both science and spirit can agree to that. So oftentimes what I will say is, don't cling to this life. When your time comes, embrace it. The Buddhists believe they don't celebrate birthdays. They celebrate the day that somebody dies. Why? Because it is another opportunity to reach enlightenment. Now, the Buddha came back and comes back as the Dalai Lama, right? Reincarnates so that he can teach others how to reach enlightenment. And I think that in order to do that or become an ascended master, right, which is what you would say the Buddha was, the Dalai Lama, to become an ascended master, you have to fully understand yourself and work out your karma. Yeah. So to get a step closer to that, you need to understand who you once were so you can work out all of that karma, yours, your past lives, and your ancestors. But I am going to put some resources down below to help you do that. I really, truly hope that that's something that you choose to do. And we are going to shuffle out an oracle card here. And it's just a little bit of self-love, self-care, you know, something to take care of yourself in this life, right? In this experience. And let's see what they have to say to us. I'm going to be starting a series called Body, Mind, and Spirit in our coffee talks. And talk about how we can be connected through our body, through our mind, and through our spirit or our soul, however you choose to identify it. And it's just another way to help to grow. On Thursday, I'm going to do a pick a card, and we are going to do past lives. And we're going to try and delve into what your last past life was. We're not obviously going to be able to, this is, you know, it is a pick a card, so it's a group reading, but what we want to do is and what I'm hoping to do is to connect with, help you to connect to the last life you lived. And that could have been, you know, the day before you came to this one, or it could have been 300 or 3,000 years ago. You know, I don't know how that, I'll be honest with you, I don't know how that works. I don't know how you choose. Maybe I don't think we're supposed to know, right? But we'll see. I'm looking forward to that. I got some special oracle cards, and I'm going to do an extra special meditation for that day. See if I can't get some. I always do a download meditation, but I'm going to ask for your past life to come and talk to me. So that should be very, very interesting. So let's see what we have in the oracle cards for you today. And this one is, ooh, nice. Get a massage. That sounds good to me. When we take care of our bodies, we take care of our spirit and our soul. And where should I put this? Right there? We'll put it right there. It's important to take care of your mind, body, and spirit. So if you're feeling a little bit run down, if you're a little bit tired and you need to reconnect with yourself, or you need to connect with a loved one, get yourself a massage. Give yourself a massage. Massage your hands. Massage your own feet. Take a bubbly bath. Do those sorts of things for yourself. It's very important. If you are run down, you cannot help anyone else. So massage yourself if you need to. You know, get out that favorite lotion. Take your favorite bubble bath and rub your own feet if you need to. Or find someone to do it for you. So let's look at the coffee grounds. What we're going to do here, for those of you who are new, everybody else, you know what's happening. I am going to turn the cup over, show you the grounds, and then what I want you to do is listen to your intuition tell you the very first thing that you hear or see, okay? Trust it. Do not second guess it. Do not question yourself. This is how you grow your intuition, okay? So we're going to take a little meditation, 10 seconds, okay? And what I'm going to ask you to do is put your feet flat on the floor, put your hands with your palms up in your lap, okay? So this is going to root you to the earth and open you to the universe. We're going to take a deep breath in through our nose for 5. We're going to hold it for 2, and we're going to push it out our mouths for 3. What that's going to do is empty out old energy and bring in new, so you can more easily connect to your higher self. And then when we're done, we're going to look at the coffee grounds. Okay? So let's begin. Okay. Now remember, go with the very first thing you hear or see or feel, and trust that. By trusting those feelings, those thoughts, that first thing that pops into your head, then you can more easily recognize what is your intuition or what is your mind racing. Trust yourself. That's how you're going to grow your intuition. Okay? Ready? Here we go. Oh, wow. Goodness, look at that. I'll show you, turn it around and show you all the sides. And remember, go with the very first thing you think of, the very first feeling even that you have. Okay, I know what I see and feel in here, and I will leave that in the comments later, but I'd like to know what you are feeling and seeing and hearing first. Goodness. Ooh. So sorry, I hope that wasn't too loud for you guys. I'll go around one more time. You can pause the video if you need to look at it. But go with the very first thing you feel, very first thing you see and hear. Trust your intuition. You have it, I have it, we all have it, and we've got it for a reason. So if you choose to get yourself a past life regression, please let me know what happened. I would very much like to know who you were and how you connected to that. And if when you did you say, oh, that's why I'm like that in this life. Now I see it. Now I get it. Now I can work on that. Okay? Thank you so much for joining me. I really enjoy this subject quite a bit. And I intend to delve deeper for myself as well. So I hope to see you on Thursday for a pick a card. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Please do. And hit that notification bell so you know exactly when that pick a card comes up. And let's see if we can't bring your past life forward and tell you who you were. Maybe that will help you to understand better who you are right now. And then you can work all of that karma out and maybe even reach enlightenment. What do you think? I hope that for you. Thank you very much for joining me today. It was a pleasure to meet you all. If you're new here, everybody who is returning, I love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye, guys. Hello, if you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, well, you know what's going to happen. This is Coffee Talk Tuesday, and today we are talking about past lives. If you're new here, let me give you a brief overview. I spilled my coffee, so just, And anyway, this is Armenian Coffee. I'm not going to restart. Oh, God. Hello, and welcome back to Blindpomegranatetarot. Today, coffee talk and stuff. Hello. Hi and stuff. Why is my mouth not working? Hello, and welcome to another Coffee Talk Tuesday. I'm Christine, and this is the Blindpomegranatetarot. And today, if you're new here, welcome is how I should do that. And say, like, subscribe stuff. Hello, Welcome to Pomegranate, somebody of some kind of thing. I don't. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, well, you know what's going to happen. Is that thing falling down? What is happening today? Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. This is my best presenter voice. Hi, everyone. How are you today? I'm punch drunk at this point. I'm so tired. What are we talking about? Hello. My name is Baba Wawa. My God. Come on, mouth work. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. Did I spill coffee all over myself? Yes, I did. Was it like sitting in pee pants? Yes, it was. Did I have to go change my pants? I did. It's late and I'm drinking coffee. It's not a good thing. It is a good thing. It's not a good thing. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, well, yeah, you know what's going to happen. So, okay, so what are we talking about? I don't know. You know why? It's late and I'm exhausted. And I'm going to do this. This is going to work. I'm going to make it happen. Hello, welcome to Coffee Talk Tuesday. If you're new what? If you're new people, I don't, okay. It's late. I should do an ASMR, just drinking coffee. It's gross. Welcome. If you're new here, I think I just said it because oh my God. Welcome. Well, who am I? Where am I? What am I doing? Why am I here? I don't know. I need some coffee. It's late. I'm never going to sleep. Hello. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, well, you know what's going to happen. Welcome to... Okay, you know what, brain? I'm going to need you to catch up with my mouth. And we're going to need to work together, okay? Thank you.